You won't believe what just happened between Oga Obinna and Black Cinderella.
Mbona nikimbia? Unajua ukikimbia ndio kusema utaki kulipa. Unasimama unalipa, unaambia your honor, this is it.
This is the shocking twist that nobody saw coming. After the court ordered Black Cinderella to pay a staggering 6 million shillings for defamation, she has finally broken her silence, and what she just confessed is going to leave you speechless.
I have never been employed anywhere. I do not have a pay slip. What I do for a living is that I sell pussy, and I sell pussy for 30k Ugandan.
In a tearful statement, she reveals that she has gone bankrupt, and what she claims next will break your heart.
Mimi, I'm clear. I'm declared. I'm going to clear bankruptcy. Baby, wait, guys. This is law, and don't run because you don't have an understanding of law. I'm confirmed bankrupt. I'm a cleared bankrupt. Do you understand? There's no property in my name. I have never been employed anywhere. I do not have a pay slip. What I do for a living is that I sell pussy, and I sell pussy for 30k Ugandan shillings. I can afford, with the highest respect, I can accept to be sending 30,000.
I can only afford 30,000 Ugandan shillings, she says, but that is not all. Wait until you hear the shocking confession about how she has been surviving.
Anywhere, I do not have a pay slip. What I do for a living is that I sell pussy.
And this part had even Oga Obinna himself in tears. She openly admits that she has been selling her body for peanuts just to survive, and her emotional plea to Obinna will send chills down your spine. But the question everyone is asking is, will Oga Obinna show mercy, or has the damage already been done?
And I sell pussy for 30k Ugandan shillings. I can afford, with the highest respect, I can accept to be sending 30,000 Ugandan money. That one I can do it very willingly. Because I am bankrupt. I don't have properties to sell. To be sending him 6 million, please.
Stay right here, because what Oga Obinna said live on air has changed everything.
You cannot believe this. The woman who was sued by Oga Obinna, first of all, she's called Black Cinderella. She has said, for her, she sells kinembe for a living. Kama Oga Obinna atakubali 30,000 Ugandan shillings every, akimaliza huko kuuza anatumia Obinna, akimaliza kuuza anatumia Obinna. Because for her, she says she's bankrupt. She's bankrupt, and she's not saying it in a sio tonia ya huruma, hapana.
The Kenyan entertainment industry is right now at a complete standstill, as media personality Oga Obinna had just secured one of the biggest defamation victories in recent Kenyan celebrity history. But that is not even the craziest part of this story. What happened next will shake you to your core.
What is happening between Oga Obinna, Massawe Japanni and Black Cinderella?
Swali ni moja, Obinna mbona hajaza mtoto anafanana Ambarei? Kama utakuwa una compare wanawake na una Ambarei peke yake na una watoto wa kike, unaelewa? Hai make sense mtu ambaye ni kala yangu pia yeye ni mweusi kama mimi akuja anidhalalishe online.
Black Cinderella has finally broken her silence, and what she has said has left the entire nation in absolute shock.
They're allegedly dead, because I've seen a video someone saying Black Cinderella is dead, so I don't understand the story. So what I understand is that Black Cinderella was accused of defaming Oga Obinna the time he was doing this video, shouting, saying that Oga Obinna allegedly her, and Oga Obinna alimsubject to cyberbullying and a lot of stuff. You know, Black Cinderella is so dramatic. He has so rest in peace. Kama it's true, amekufa. Then Massawe Japanni, I don't know what's wrong, because Massawe Japanni together with her own company wamekuwa sued, and together with Black Cinderella hizo pesa zote wamekuwa charged, si ndio? Ikikuwa let's together inakuwa 6 million.
On November 5th of 2025, Oga Obinna, whose real name is Steve Thompson Magana, took to his social media accounts and announced something that will send shockwaves through Kenya's entertainment circles. The comedian, just won his defamation lawsuit, and the court ruling absolutely devastating for the defendants. A Nairobi court awarded Oga Obinna 6.1 million Kenyan shillings in the defamation case against Radio Africa Group, radio host Massawe Japanni, and socialite Maureen Imbai, also known as Black Cinderella. But wait, there is more to this story than just a simple victory. The breakdown of this payout will blow your mind. Out of the 6.1 million shillings award, 5 million was designated for general damages, covering injury to reputation and emotional distress. An additional 500,000 shillings was awarded for aggravated damages, another 500,000 for damages in lieu of an apology, and 100,000 for exemplary damages. Oga Obinna did not hold back his victory announcement. With the confidence of a man who had just been vindicated by the justice system, he posted the court document online, celebrating with his followers, and he wrote, and we quote, "6 million easy. Major shout out to my lawyer, Willis Otieno, known as Pikipiki Ponki. Good job. I have got money to pour the foundation of my house." But this was not just about the money for Obinna. This was about his reputation, his brand, and his entire livelihood that had been dragged through the mud, and he was not about to let anyone forget what he had been through. To truly understand the magnitude of this case, we need to rewind and look at how this entire saga began. The chaos originated from a 2024 interview aired on Radio Jambo, where Black Cinderella made unverified allegations against Oga Obinna, and during the interview hosted by Massawe Japanni, Black Cinderella alleged that Oga Obinna had been involved in sexual misconduct claims that were neither verified nor supported with evidence. The legal battle that ensued was nothing short of epic. For over a year, Oga Obinna and his legal team have worked tirelessly to build the case, gathering evidence and preparing testimonies, and ensuring that justice would be served. And when the day of judgment finally came, Senior Principal Magistrate Edward II ruled that the allegations were defamatory, and that Radio Africa, as well as the show host, had failed to exercise due diligence. The court's ruling was comprehensive and damning for the defendants. Magistrate 2 pointed out that the remarks were aired without verification and without disregard for the potential harm they would cause. This was not just a slap on the wrist, this was the judicial system saying loudly and clearly that media personalities and organizations cannot simply air unverified allegations without consequences. The court also issued an injunction barring the defendants from publishing similar defamatory remarks about Oga Obinna in the future. And this was not just about compensating Oga Obinna for past harm. This was about protecting him from any future attacks. Oga Obinna made it clear that this victory was about more than just him. In his statement following the ruling, he warned other Kenyans, "Stop defaming me. I will sue you and get money to finish building my home." It was a clear message to anyone thinking about making false allegations, because probably there would be consequences. After weeks of silence and after allegedly avoiding court appearances, after a warrant was reportedly issued for her arrest, Black Cinderella has finally responded, and her response, it has sent shockwaves throughout Kenya and beyond. Talking to social media, specifically on a platform where she has built a following as an online TikTok court judge, Black Cinderella addressed the 6 million shilling judgment head on, but instead of showing remorse, instead of apologizing, and instead of acknowledging the harm she caused, she made a declaration that left everyone's jaws on the floor. "Why would I run? You know, when you run, it signals that you do not want to pay. You stand pay and tell your owner, this is it," she declared. At first, it seemed like she was taking responsibility, like she was going to face the consequences of her actions, but then came the bombshell. "I am going to claim for bankruptcy. This is the law, and I do not run from it because you do not understand it. I am a confirmed bankrupt. I am a cleared bankrupt," she continued. The audacity after all the pain she had caused and after all the damage, but it gets even more shocking. Black Cinderella stated, "There is no property in my name and I have never been employed anywhere. I do not have any payslip." She was essentially saying that she had nothing to give, nothing to pay, and nothing that the court could seize to compensate Oga Obinna for the harm she had caused. And then came the confession that has everyone talking, the revelation that nobody saw coming. Black Cinderella shared the immoral things she does to make money and claimed that the amount she makes is what she can send to Oga Obinna, adding, "I do not have properties to sell to be sending him 6 million shillings. Now, while this specific amount mentioned in some reports varies, the implications was clear. Black Cinderella was claiming that her only source of income came from activities she herself described as immoral. The desperation in her statement was palpable. She was essentially admitting that she survives through means that societies would frown upon, and that even if she wanted to pay Oga Obinna, she simply did not have the resources. She mentioned being able to pay as little as 30,000 shillings, though this has not been officially verified. Regardless of the exact figure, the message was clear. The 6 million shilling judgment might as well have been 600 million for someone in her financial position. The online reactions are swift and brutal. Some netizens have shown sympathy, understanding that poverty and desperation can drive people to make terrible decisions. Others were outraged, arguing that financial hardships do not excuse destroying someone's reputation, and the debate has raged across social media platforms, with hashtags related to the case trending for days. Now, you might think that Oga Obinna would be celebrating after he won his case. After his case, he was vindicated and the court had ruled in his favor, but the reality was far more complex and heartbreaking than anyone expected. Now, let us talk about the bigger picture here, because this case has massive implications for Kenyan media landscape. The court found all three parties, Radio Africa Group, Massawe Japanni, and Black Cinderella, jointly responsible for the defamation. This is significant because it sends a clear message to media houses. You cannot hide behind the excuse of just reporting what someone said. If you give a platform to unverified allegations, if you broadcast defamatory content without fact-checking, you will be held accountable. The 6.1 million shillings judgment is one of the largest defamation awards in recent Kenyan entertainment industry history. It set a precedent that could change how media personalities and organizations operate going forward. What do you think about this case? Do you believe Oga Obinna will ever see that 6 million shillings from Black Cinderella? And was Black Cinderella's bankruptcy declaration a strategic move or a genuine reflection of her financial situation? Should media houses face even stricter consequences for airing unverified allegations? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this deep dive valuable, do not forget to smash that like button. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on this developing story. Share this video with everyone who needs to understand the serious consequences of false allegation and irresponsible journalism. Until next time, stay informed, stay critical, and always remember, in the age of information, the truth is more valuable than ever.